Hello, I'm Matt Marchant.
And I'm Rob Goldsmith.
And together we are
The Nostalgia Nerds. Okay, and welcome to another edition of The Nostalgia Nerds. And today we are looking at one of these. It's a Big Trak, except it's broken.
This is an original 1980s. What year do you reckon this is?
Well, they came out in 1979, so it's probably early 80s.
It might not have been used for a while, but it's in amazingly good nick. All the transfers are on, the keypad's in good nick, the buttons there still, and this little cover here, I'm assuming that's what it is.
Yep, so that's for accessories, so you can have a trailer on it.
And these took a load of batteries as well, didn't they?
Yes, so this one took 4 D size and a 9-volt one under this cover here. And straight away, we can see
someone's been in there already, haven't they? There's been a bit of battery leakage.
There has, and there is no holder, so this would be a 9-volt battery in here. So that could well be the problem straight away.
Could be. Maybe we need to take the cover off this, have a look inside, see what's going on, and see if it powers up, I think.
Yep, sounds like a plan.
Let's do it.
Then what you need to do is flip it over then, and there's definitely something loose in there.
Yeah.
That's off, that's the battery
cover.
Compartment.
The problem we've got here is old plastic. This is old plastic. It's going to be brittle. So you've got 1, 2, 3 on that side, 1, 2, 3 on that side. Little positive drive or Phillips head screw there. I can actually see the remainder of the battery snap there.
Oh, that's probably what's rattling around inside.
Just leave that to one side. There's
Yep,
a bit of it missing.
I'll move that over there.
So if our little screwdriver here fits, so that's that one first of all. So I'll be honest, I don't know how these come apart.
Nor do I. So this is an adventure.
So this is we're just that one's a little tighter, sir.
This might be sped up in the video.
I think so. Yeah. That bit in the front is obviously stopping it from coming off. I'm wondering under that cover.
Or is it under these covers?
Maybe.
Aha.
Oh, hello.
Okay.
Oh, okay, that didn't reveal much.
Does that just slide out?
I don't know.
Yes, it does.
Look at that. What a lovely laid out circuit board that is. I can see problems straight away because whatever has happened to this lead has tracked through to the circuit there.
Yes, you can see it's corrosion around it.
But it's beautifully made though. Look, whoever designed this really thought about the layout. To get access to that, we might need to take this front bit off. If you can gently lever that up, I'm going to let you do that because this is your toy. Oh yes,
Look at that.
Stick it in there.
I'll put them over here. Look.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's very satisfying when you get the right part to come off.
Yes, it's incredibly satisfying.
I'll tell you what I find these days when I'm in the workshop. You start taking something apart, you take a screw out, and modern things have so many other little clips and tangs and glue holding something off that it doesn't just come apart. Whereas with this, you take a screw out, something comes apart. With modern stuff, it doesn't happen, does it?
No.
And that, I don't know, there must be a name for this.
Phillips cross head.
That's exactly right. But this is going to be something that only appeals to engineers, and you'll get this, right? When you undo a screw that hasn't been undone for years, it makes a certain noise. And once you've undone it, you never get that back again.
No, you don't.
So no one's been in here recently. You can never recreate that. Are you excited, Rob?
I'm a little bit excited, yeah. This is quite interesting, isn't it?
I am excited.
This actually looks in pretty good
order. I mean, there's no corrosion on there. What we'd be looking for there is damaged tracks, wouldn't we?
Yes.
And, you know, again, if it's been left outside in a damp garage, corrosion soon takes a hold of these things. And actually, I'm wondering that we just desolder this battery snap, put a new one in, and then see what happens.
Yeah.
But you can see what they've done. They've obviously used power to drive the motor.
Yes.
And then the 9-volt battery, the little PP3, to drive the logic.
Because on the new one, it's a completely different setup inside.
Yeah.
And the whole lot runs from 3 D-size batteries, whereas this obviously takes 4.
Yeah.
And the 9-volt at the front.
So you've got what 4.5 volts on the new one, but you've got what 6 volts and 9 volts. So there's different technologies at play, different voltages required for different chipsets, that kind of thing.
Exactly. I think it's best to unsolder these two and replace it with the new one,
Which we have,
which is here.
So a nice fresh battery snap. And let's see what happens. So I think we'll have to work together with this one, Rob.
Yeah. So if I hold it up,
Steady on.
and
And then if I sort of try and desolder this now, but I'm going to gently warm the connector without burning your hands, Rob.
yeah, please don't.
It's only 400 degrees.
Health and safety and all that. Probably should be wearing goggles and ventilation at this point.
We should be, and we do have one, but just for this little bit here.
Right,
I'm
that's
just going
one.
to pop that out. I'm going to do one leg at a time. So if I feed that through, that came up quite cleanly actually. You didn't even need to use the desolderer. So I'm just going to very gently. So these wires are already pre-tinned, so they usually are. There we go. Just not too much heat, just enough. So we've got one in there, and then let's just remind myself where that's gone. Okay, so it's on that little bank there. 1, 2. I think we're just above that one there, Rob.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to gently warm that again. Not too much heat, and then there she goes.
She comes.
I am just going to desolder that because it's covered over, so we're just we're just going to gently warm that. Not too much heat.
That gone through?
Yeah, that's it.
Moment of truth then, if I plug that on there,
Nothing yet.
oh, that's a shame.
So we've put a battery on it, but sometimes these things need coaxing into life.
Okay.
So sometimes it could just be a bad switch. So shall we have a look and see if that switch is actually doing anything? So that's closed. Still closed. So we know that side of the switch isn't working.
Is it worth putting some cleaning stuff in it, or?
It's getting to it, isn't it? I mean, to be fair, if it turns out just to be a dodgy old switch, we haven't done too badly, have we?
It's never that simple. Oh, there we go.
It dries really, really
Yeah,
good.
it does, doesn't it? It's good stuff, actually.
I mean, we'd be really lucky if this works. It's working though.
Is it?
Yeah. Right, that should be off.
Oh,
I'm going to leave that like that.
yeah, just in case. Right, shall we try the batteries again then?
Yep, I think so.
So a little bit of contact cleaner in there, which is, I think, what I suggested, actually.
You, to be fair, Rob, you did. That 9-volt
9
battery.
volt battery on there.
Still nothing.
Oh, come on, work.
Should we have a little look at the batteries on here? See what's coming out the back.
Okay,
If you hold that out of the
hold
way.
this out of the way.
Right, I'm assuming one of these is going to give probably 3 volts and one 6 volts.
I'll take your word for that.
Yeah. So that's giving 6 volts, 6.4, and that's giving 3.2. So we know that
there's power coming through there then.
there's power coming through there. So let's measure the other side of this board. So we know that that switches across here. We know that goes all the way.
Shall I tip it up? Shall I tip it up that way?
Yes, that's a good plan. So go round to, I don't know, something like here. Yeah,
Yes.
so that's good. So yellow's next, and that's on this top rail here. So let's just go the other side of the switch. So that's your 3-volt rail. That's fine. So we've got 6 volts there. And we've got 6 volts there. So we know the switch is actually working. There's a lot of corrosion that's gone around that chip, isn't it? Do you agree?
Yeah.
So if that's gone inside the chip, who knows? It'd be nice to get this working because it's in such good condition. Actually, it wouldn't be too bad to swap this board over if we had another one. And I'm going to keep an eye on eBay and places like that to see if anyone's breaking. Because who knows, we might find another one with a good circuit board, but actually the rest of it's broken.
So the main challenge, I think, will probably be the fact that a lot of the ones on eBay are the later ones that came out in the mid-2000s. or 2010 or whenever it was, there aren't that many of the originals, and those that are either work completely or just require a little bit of light restoration, or have the same problem that we've already got.
And they're really expensive.
And they're very expensive. So I think, you know, we may get lucky. We might find one which is cosmetically damaged but internally sound. So yeah, I think that's the next thing we need to do.
Yep, go on eBay and see what we can find.
Yep, I totally agree. So join us next time in part 2, where hopefully we'll have a working Big Trak. And we've also got an optional extra which we're going to try out. So join us then.
I'm intrigued.